So the communists are fighting for complete control of the Biden administration, and sadly, they are winning. Joe Biden, the puppet president, appears fully willing to go along with a devious Democrat plot to federalize the nation's banking system as it weaponizes the Internal Revenue Service to go after political foes. The Democrats, they've got a history of weaponizing the IRS. Who can forget their targeting of the Tea Party groups during the Obama years? This latest provision being laid out, buried in the $3.5 trillion spending plan, calling on all banks to report any transaction over $600, is not only an outright invasion of your privacy, but it is a scheme to fraudulently ensnare political foes, conservatives, of course, under the ruse of trying to catch tax evaders. Once again, it's about finding ways to punish enemies of the regime and friends to freedom.
A simple way for the IRS to get a sense of where that might be is just a few pieces of information about individuals' bank accounts. It would be a simple thing for banks and other payment providers to provide along with the other information they're already providing.
You see how Janet Yellen plays it down? It's a big deal. She makes it out like it's not. Don't believe her, believe me. All right, it's a simple process here, says Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen, so we should just do it, right? Absolutely wrong. This will target 99% of the population and drive people away from banks. I want you now, though, to take a look at this woman. She went to the University of Moscow. She received a scholarship named after Vladimir Lenin. She wrote a paper titled Karl Marx's Economic Analysis and the Theory of Revolution in the Capital. A paper she scrubbed from her resume now, by the way. Her name is Saul Amarova. By all accounts, she is a communist. And she is also Biden's pick to lead the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. She has said she wants to end banking as we know it. She wants all banking services provided through the Federal Reserve, not private banks. She has also proposed the creation of the federal agency called the National Investment Authority. This is scary, folks. Do you know what she wants to do with that agency? Quote, manage public stakes in bailed out private firms. That one little statement is part of a really large paper. And to me, that means what she wants is that any business that takes government bailout money could be taken over by the federal government, by her National Investment Authority. Consider how many companies took China virus payroll protection money. All of them, if she gets her way, would be subject to government takeover. This is not even hiding the leftist communist agenda.
What we need is the NIA as an institutional focus, institutional platform that would become the tool of this public allocation of capital for the purpose of spurring economic growth that would be structurally balanced, that would be equitable, inclusive.
Oh, when you hear equitable and inclusive, duck. Those are key words. I went through her proposal. It is frightening. She wants capitalism destroyed, the government to control the markets. She wants to wipe out all bank accounts, no more private banking. She wants you to put your money into the Federal Reserve System. That's communism in America. The government would know every cent you own and could take it easily, based on, of course, their own subjective rules. This is how she describes her National Investment Authority. Depending on the circumstances, it would operate as a sovereign asset manager, venture capitalist, lender, insurer, equity holder, or business partner to private firms and public entities engaged in socially beneficial productive activities. You hear that? The government as a sovereign asset manager? That doesn't even make sense. The government as a venture capitalist? That's for private enterprise. For entities engaged in socially beneficial activities, she writes. So if government deems your business as not socially beneficial, like, oh, let me guess, a shooting range, maybe a gun store, maybe even a bookstore that doesn't sell the books that they like. Well, what happens then? This is who Joe Biden wants to give power over our currency and our banking industry to.
Professor Omarova is the president's nominee, and I'm aware that she's an expert in fintech and banking regulation, and I think she deserves a fair hearing by the Senate. I hope she will get that.
She's a communist, is what she is. Janet Yellen's extreme. This woman, Omarova, is even more extreme. Of course, with all of this comes the need to hire more federal agents. Biden's spending bonanza calls for, by some accounts, the hiring of 80,000 new IRS agents, 80,000 of them. What are they going to do? I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to hunt down conservatives, of course. And remember, the IRS is the one agency that gets away with ignoring the most important right we have as citizens, due process. Consider this. We're normally innocent until proven guilty. That's how it's supposed to work. But the IRS, different deal. See, the IRS can come in, they can seize your bank account, freeze your funds, leaving you left to prove your innocence in order to get those funds back. The radical left knows this, which is why the IRS is the most easily weaponized agency in government. And of course, the best way to control all of you is to control your money.